need to start taking better care of his teeth. But, you know, it isn't really surprising that I haven't, you know, not unlike a lot of pet owners, haven't taken over my lip balm, but it has red lipstick on a little bit. Hi, my love. He's doing great. I have to start taking better care of his teeth. But it's not surprising I didn't take the best care of his teeth when I haven't been taking care of myself. You know? I didn't get my physical done. I didn't get my blood work done. I didn't get the poop test done. All the stuff I was supposed to do that my primary care physician, who I don't like. I love my mom's male doctor that she's been seeing for years, but he's a real doctor, not a nurse practitioner, and, you know, not 20-something years old. I'm exaggerating, you know what I mean? I just, for whatever reason, she rubs me the wrong way. I've told you why. I just don't really like her. Never liked her. But I don't think I've ever liked any of the primary care physicians I've gotten, you know. So, I was watching World News tonight, you know, and they're talking about that crash in Moscow, that when the plane was a ball of fire and 41 people died. How could anybody be so selfish? The plane's on fucking fire, and instead of getting out as quickly as possible when there's hundreds, you know, so many people that need to get out, people stopped and took time to get their fucking luggage. Certain people, I mean, selfish, stupid. And they're asking justifiably whether or not more people would have survived and gotten out from the back had the people in the front not selfishly stopped to get their fucking luggage. I mean, who does that? Why am I surprised though? I told you, I was like, why are you surprised, Laura? People are so out for themselves, more so than ever before in this life. So selfish. The plane's on fucking fire. You're fortunate enough. I think it was the back of the plane that was on fire, but you're fortunate enough to be in the front, okay? You're fortunate enough to be one of the first ones out, and you stopped to take time to get your fucking luggage. What is wrong with you? And that's beyond sick. That's beyond sick. And then in Louisiana, a fight broke out at her son's school, okay? She wasn't there. She didn't film the fight. She didn't start the fight. Her son shared with her a video that someone else had taken. She posted it on her Facebook with something against the school, saying, look what happening with our kids at school. This is not good. And one kid fell down. He could have smashed his head. I mean, people can die and sweat anyway. It must have been the school who filed suit against her. The fucking cops arrested her the next day, and she's being charged with unlawful posting of criminal activity for notoriety or publicity. In this day and age, when, like they said, social media is peppered, is littered with tons of videos about schools, this, that, or whatever. I mean, what is this? We live in that age. I mean, the poor woman got arrested, spent the night in jail, has to hire a lawyer. What a fucking... People are up in arms about that. It's just sickening. Even her lawyer's like, this is one of the most obscure cases I've ever heard of in my life. Okay? And he's not some young 20-something-year-old, you know what I mean? He's never heard of anything so bizarre. That's what she's being charged. And like Inside Edition said, she didn't film it, she didn't provoke it. Her son shares the video and she posted it on her Facebook page. Like, it happens all the time. She came to school the next day and was arrested, taken out in handcuffs in front of her son. What the fuck? What country are we in? Seriously, that's so messed up. That is so messed up. I feel so bad for her. We are living in the age of social media, like she said. You could see all these other videos. She's like I caused, I didn't do this. I'm just, how is that a fucking? She got arrested. For posting on her Facebook a video her son had sent to her of a fight that broke out at school. She got her fucking arrested. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know. So for the first time in our history, African American women are holding 3 beauty pageant titles simultaneously. Like, what is it? Teen USA. No, I can't even know. Teen USA, Miss America, and can't even think of it. My only comment on that, the only comment I would make is that I hope that they were the ones, not that I really care if you want to know, they're pageants, you know what I mean, but they're major pageants, but I hope they're the ones who really deserved it, because it's not right for it to go from the opposite end of the spectrum where, first of all, you know what I mean? Maybe it's been unbalanced. It probably has been unbalanced in past years, but that doesn't mean that it should go to the opposite end of the spectrum where only African, that's awfully so it makes me wonder if they were indeed the ones who deserved the title. One, I thought, it's is that the Miss America? They're still doing swimsuits. I thought she was stunning, but then the other two that won the other 2 pageants, including Miss Teen USA, I mean, I don't know, I don't watch the crap and I don't really care. I just find it interesting. And I do wonder, because that is such a huge, it's never happened before, if it's being, slanted, that in all 3 of those pageants, African Americans out of all the contestants were the ones who deserved the title. I don't know. Again, I don't watch that shit and I don't know. But whatever. It should just be equal. It shouldn't be, slanted in that direction either. And to me, that's awfully coincidental. I'm sure I'm not the only one who says that. But do I care? No, I don't. Do not care. Do not care. The whole scheme of things, beauty pageants are like, I care about stupid, selfish people who the fucking plane's on fire and you stop to get your luggage, you motherfuckers. Unreal. Mind-blowing to me. Luggage. Stop to get their fucking luggage. I don't know how many people did it, but that's just insane. And they are justifiably saying, we're saying here in the United States, it's happened in Moscow, we're saying, like, with on World News Tonight, that, like, people are justifiably saying, wondering, speculating onto whether more people would have survived if selfish people in the front who got out, were getting out first, didn't stop to get their fucking luggage. My God, what is wrong with people? Selfish, selfish, selfish. Selfish. Unfathomably selfish. I can't even imagine. I cannot imagine. I can't imagine being the people in the back who are terrified because they're the closest to the fire. I think the back of the plane, okay? But and wondering and in all the chaos. And I can't imagine being the person who decides, oh, I'm going to get my luggage. The plane's on fire. We all need to get out. We're all trying to survive. But I'm going to stop and get my fucking luggage because I'm a selfish motherfucker who only cares about myself. My God. That angered me. I heard it last night. 41 people lost their lives. And if I hear that people stop to get their luggage and people are speculating and suspecting that more people would have survived if selfish people in the front who knew they were going to be getting out first didn't stop to get their fucking luggage. Sad. Sad. That's just above and beyond. Selfish. Sick. No excuse. Inexcusable. So whoever you are, if you're one of those ones in that Moscow flight who stopped and got your fucking luggage, you're selfish, 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 and partly responsible, likely, for the deaths of, at least some of those people who might have had seconds and might have lived had you not selfishly stopped to get your luggage. Like you're just boarding off the plane normally, fuckers. Oh. Awful. Again, 41 people perished. Okay? The plane was on fire. I guess it was towards the back, and so the people in the front were the ones who stopped to get their fucking luggage. I don't know how many. That's sickening. That takes time. You have to stop. You have to open up the overhead. I mean, oh my God. Of course, everything is also for sensational value in the news program, so maybe they're exaggerating. Maybe people didn't stop to get their luggage. Maybe it was just their stuff. No, they said they can tell what stuff could have been right next to someone and had to be in the overhead bin. I believe it. I believe it. I don't know how many when one started doing it, why not another, you know? Why not stop to get your legs? The plane's on fire. The people in the back are going to burn to death, but you don't care because you need to get your clothes, you know? Material things. Sick. I just always constantly think about all kinds of things. Even with the pageants, I guess I just happened to see that, and it makes you wonder, you know, was it kind of slanted in the fake, because that's awfully coincidental. In all three of these pageants, out of all the 50 times how many contestants each one, that the the African American won the title, and all three, they're going on all at once. That's kind of interesting, to say the least. But I don't give a fuck. Don't care. I just notice it and think about it. So I notice and think about all kinds of things. It's from my former friend around here, like I said, it's not. She first started saying it to me, approaching me out in public, you know, because having my mom there made her feel braver, because she did try just after I'd broken my foot. Her and her head, they go away, you know, the horrible winter months here in Massachusetts, too. At one point she tried. I wouldn't let her talk. I just said, you broke my heart. And at that time, I'll never forget it, like it wasn't my fault. So nearly 2 years later, I find out the reason it wasn't her fault is because she was bullied into doing it. How old are you? You're older than me. I mean, when she started saying, I'm like, oh, you know, that's water under the bridge. But just because I'm saying it's water under the bridge, it means I'm over it by now. It doesn't mean we're going to be friends again. I miss you. You know, there were times I saw you walking and wondered if you arrived, but I was afraid you'd tell me off. You broke my fucking heart. Selena doesn't believe for a second. She's like, why now? Or why, you know, she misses you. Maybe she's just bored. I started telling her some things before she did her big reveal, her big confession that sent me bawling, and I had to get away from her. Of course, my mom doesn't understand. Because my mom doesn't know all this happened. And my mom breaks when I explained to her, you know, you had already rejected me, Mom. I had resolved myself. I wasn't going to have you in my life. And, oh, I'm sorry, not my fault. I want to hear you. My mom's friend around here rejected her, but she has an excuse. She's in her 80s and she has family problems and serious health problems and just can't deal with when my mom gets sick and gets, she just, whatever, I woke up one day and heard my mom crying, bawling, and I didn't know what was wrong. That's what had happened. She'd been rejected by that woman's husband. A lot of people are like that. They don't like it if my mom's even hinting at being sick, A lot of times she snaps out of it, thankfully, but, she has her moments that I was just gonna say if they wanted, I could get them food. I don't know. They don't. Her husband treated women badly. Her husband's not the nicest person in the world to anybody anyway, And they have a lot of fucking health problems, It's like, unfortunately, this woman got cataract surgery and has to have shots in her eyes. Then I'm talking to another person. She knows what cataract surgery, had to have shots. Because people always think, oh, it's no big deal, cataract, blah, blah, blah. And my poor mom, whose cataract surgery is coming up, has to have 2 people back to back tell her how they have to have shots in her eyes. So. It's like, yeah, that has to happen, right? I wish the woman had just stayed away. I also found out that her and her husband sometimes go where I go, What are you gonna do? Like, they saw me one night, apparently I didn't know, didn't see them. Wasn't paying attention anyway. Every time I go out, I just cross my fingers that I'll get to dance, but 99.9% of the time it doesn't happen. I don't get to dance, or I get to dance once. It's a tease. It's not enough. I already told you I'd be happy. Actually, I'd be fucking beyond thrilled if women asked me to dance. Anyway, but it just very rarely happens. So I have my own good time at my seat. When she said what happened, I was left in a state of shock. Then I said to her, because I'm not going to play phony, I go, you know what, Mary, I appreciate your honesty, but things could never be this like they were between us. She goes, well, I appreciate your honesty. I don't know what she was expecting. Selena was in shock too. Selena is right with me in the same fucking page. She's like, what was she expecting from you? Selena was like, and she says, I'm sorry. And Selena was like, you should have asked her, what are you sorry for? And make her say it, I was in a state of shock. Why now? Oh, I know why now, because my mom's back living here, and you approached us together and figure, But the thing is, when I write the letter to her, I'm not gonna, you didn't do anything to my mom, Just, it'd be best if you stayed away from me. You destroyed what I thought was a real friendship. Again, not best fucking buddies, but, enough that I had let my guard down with you. And even before she did her big confession, in a few minutes' time, because I can summarize it like that, I told her why my mom was back here and not with her sister, told her the truth. Sister did all kinds of bad things that we didn't plan on finding out, but one after the other, and then my mom wised up, sums it up, And I told her the things, and she was like, wow. But I told her them not as a friend. I told her them because she knows everything from before, so why not tell her the latest? She already can't stand my aunt anyway, and I'm only telling the truth. I haven't told her. I have it all documented, everything my aunt did, so, hypothetically, I could prove it. I can prove it 100%. It's not he said, she said. It's not hearsay. I had it all documented, all researched, all, Man, I was up to bad things. Just in terms of deception and deceiving my mom. Sad. You have to understand, you who know me really well, at least as much as you think you do, without being in my life. I have understandably, absolutely tremendous, beyond belief, difficulty believing that anybody will like me. So I was always on guard with this other one who in the end, because my mom mentioned her, but look what she did. I go, well, that was after a year, but none of it was the same as this woman. I viewed her as a friend. I viewed myself fortunate that I viewed her as a fucking friend. Not as somebody, who feels bad for me and will offer me rides and might care about me, but not as a friend. Certainly God sent woman was older than my mom's not my friend, nor was the other one who I thought was younger, but who came through for me, but then in the end, it doesn't even matter. She moved away, and no. I always had my guard up. I always felt bad asking for anything, but then in the back of my mind, I'm like, but they seem to want to help you. They've offered, but they just want to feel good about themselves. Push comes to shove, they'll throw you away like a piece of garbage. But her, no, I viewed her as a friend. I was friends with her husband first, via our dogs walking, and